I've come to consider them the first sign of spring. The golden explosion of dandelions that appear on cue on front lawns and farmers' fields, in public parks, and by the side of the road. You may have noticed them yourself a few weeks ago, though by now they've mostly gone to seed. This year, once again, the dandelions were abundant, perhaps because people now realize their value to pollinators, the bees and butterflies essential to our ecosystem. These days, we're seeing dandelions take over whole hillsides, fields of green transformed into fields of gold. And that is a beautiful thing. Yet when I see a dandelion blooming on my own front lawn, I admit there's still a part of me that feels a little uncomfortable. Because until recently, I thought of dandelions as weeds, pure and simple. I thought they simply didn't belong in any well-tended garden. Many people still feel that way about dandelions, that they're unwanted guests, like so many other unwanted guests in our lives. I'm reminded of that poem by the 12th century poet Rumi, who wrote that being human is a guest house, and that we should welcome and entertain all unexpected visitors, even if they are a crowd of sorrows. Be grateful for whomever comes, he wrote, because each visitor has been sent as a guide from beyond. Admittedly, it is very hard to welcome in all the unwanted guests of life, whether they are physical weeds in the garden or the metaphorical weeds of personal challenges, mistakes, losses, hurts, and fears. Vivid and obvious, spread over our personal landscapes, sometimes the weeds of our lives seem more numerous than we could ever count. Sometimes they linger for long seasons, but like all life, they change and transform in shape and in meaning. And they change us, too, along the way. As for dandelions, we've recently witnessed their cycle of life and death. When its golden days are done, the dandelion transforms into a puffy cloud of feathery seeds. When my daughter, Calla, was 5 years old, I taught her how to blow the dandelion seeds, how to hold the dandelion in front of her mouth and then blow the seeds into the air. She must not have heard the name dandelion, so every time she spoke of them, she called them wishing weeds. It is a name I find descriptive and helpful. For in the transformation of the dandelion, there is that wish for new life. In the same way, life holds the promise that all our experiences, even those that are painful, unappreciated, and not easy to love, contain the seeds of understanding and compassion. Even our hardest losses, as maddeningly perennial as they are, may become the ground for new life, for lessons that shape us and that transform our world. To paraphrase the ecumenical teacher Richard Rohr in his book, Falling Upward, everything belongs, even the sad, absurd, and futile parts of life. And in spiritual maturity, we can give our energy to making the painful parts and the formerly excluded parts belong to the now unified field. That is to say, we can grow into a deeper love for the world as it is, becoming more deeply inclusive and compassionate as we do. When it comes to the dandelions, by not pulling up and rejecting them, we are supporting the ongoing health of life's interconnected web. We are banking on those wishing weeds, seeing them for the rare and precious gifts that they are. It seems to me that we can see the field of life that way too, because life isn't just about our perfect arrangements of cultivated blooms, as lovely and beautiful as they can be. It is also about the gold that is found in the imperfect and the undesired, in the uncontrolled and the impermanent. When we consider that our lives are made up of these very things, perhaps we can grow to appreciate the precious gift of life itself. A few springs ago, I found myself looking over a field of dandelions with my guitar close at hand. In a moment, I'd like to share with you a musical version of this reflection. As far as these dim eyes can see, stretching out from tree to tree, radiant under blue-gray skies, gold that goes unrecognized. When I want to read the signs, I walk the fields of dandelions. The treasures of this life I find are like a field of dandelions. For they have never steered me wrong. The things I swore did not belong. The ones I said did me no good. The lessons long misunderstood. When I want to read the signs, I walk the fields of dandelions. The treasures of this life I find are like a field of dandelions. The children call them wishing weeds, the blossoms dying down to seeds, to scatter in the rising wind of all we never could rein in. But when I want to read the signs, I walk the fields of dandelions. The treasures of this life I find are like a field of dandelions. The lilies neither toil nor spin, the lilacs they don't lose or win, and roses only stop and stare amidst the beauty everywhere. Oh, when I want to read the signs, I walk the fields of dandelions. The treasures of this life of mine are like a field. When I want to read the signs, I walk the fields of dandelions. The treasures of this life I find are like a field of dandelions, like a field of dandelions, like